If you are a new user to Echo, it's strongly recommended that you watch the entire video, but please see the timestamps on the screen if you wish to skip ahead to certain sections. Welcome to this training session on Lexicom Echo speech recognition. This session will cover how to accept the invitation to join Echo, how to download and install it, and then the best practice for using it. For further information and training videos, please visit our support center. This can be easily found by searching online for Lexicom support. Once you have been added to your organization's Echo team, you will receive an email inviting you to register. First, simply click the link in the email. This will open a page in an internet browser asking you to create a password. This is the password that you will use for this website and also to log into Echo itself. The password has to have a minimum of 8 characters, at least one number, and at least one capital letter. The password also has to be reasonably complex, so something like password1 won't be accepted. Once the password is accepted, you will then see the login screen. This website is admin.lexicom.com. This is the website where you're able to download Echo from anytime you need to. In the future, if you need to come back to this website, simply type it directly into your browser. The link in the invitation email that you were sent will have now expired as it has been used. You can also come back to this site to reset your password for Echo if you ever forget it, simply by using the Forgotten Password button. For now, we can click on the green Login button to proceed. You will then be prompted to log in. Your username is the email address that you were registered with, and your password will be the one that you just created. You will then see your user page. This can also be found by clicking the user button in the top right. On the left are your personal details. Underneath is a button where you can change your password, and also a link to where you can create custom voice commands, which will be covered a little bit later in the session. On the right are your Echo teams. You will have a pending invitation, and you must click on the green tick to accept the invitation to join your team. Otherwise, you will not be able to use Echo. Underneath are My Applications. Click on the green Download button to start downloading Echo, and you can click on the Help button to view our articles on the Support Center anytime you wish. Depending on which browser you are using, you may be prompted whether you want to save or run the file. You can just choose Run. The installation window will then appear. First, you need to accept the terms of the license agreement and then just click the Install button. The installation of Echo does not require administrator rights. When you install Echo, it will only install for whoever is logged into Windows at that time. So if a different user wants to use Echo on the same device, they will also need to download and install it themselves. In the same way, if you move to work on a different device, you'll just need to go back to admin.lexicom.com, download and install Echo there as well. After the installation process, Echo will automatically open. On any other occasions when you want to run Echo, there will now be an icon on your desktop which you can simply double-click. Echo will also be listed in your Start menu. When Echo first loads, you will be asked to log in. These are the same login details as you used at admin.lexicom.com to download the software. Your username is the email address that you were registered with, and the password is the one that you created. You can ask Echo to remember these details so you don't have to put them in every time. When you have successfully logged in, Echo will load at the top of the screen. You can close Echo at any time you need to by clicking on the cross in the top right hand corner. Clicking on the gear icon will open up a menu with several options. The Monitors option allows you to move Echo onto a different screen if you have more than one set up. Simply choose the monitor where you want Echo to appear. The Settings option allows you to change several settings within Echo. First, the audio settings allows you to choose the input and output device that Echo will be using. This is particularly useful if you have more than one microphone set up on your device. Simply use the drop-down menu to select this. This is very important to make sure that you get the best accuracy. The command feedback options allows you to toggle whether Echo will provide microphone and audio feedback when you use voice commands. And finally, the Windows Startup options allows you to toggle whether Echo will automatically run when you launch Windows. With this turned on, you do not have to then worry about opening Echo manually. There is also an option called Help in the menu. This will take you directly to the Echo pages on our support center. Here you will find various articles on how to carry out different actions within Echo, and also videos as well. If you go to the support center, there is a section called Webinar Training, where you can view full recorded training sessions of Echo, as well as attend live training webinars. Echo can also be moved around the top of the screen by clicking and holding the mouse and dragging Echo to a different position. Echo will always sit on top of any other programs, so this allows you to see any buttons or icons which may be otherwise obscured. Before starting to use Echo, there are three main things that should be checked to help you get the very best results. Firstly, if you are using an Olympus RM4010P microphone, these have three different modes to affect how they listen to sound. There is a red mode, a blue mode, and a green mode. The green mode is the one which is most suited to speech recognition. This can be checked by holding down the F1 and insert buttons together on the microphone. If the light is blue or red, simply hold the buttons together for around 6 or 7 seconds until there is a beep. It will then change to the next mode. Repeat this if needed until the light is then green. Secondly, your microphone position can have a large impact on how well Echo can understand you. The microphone should be held around 5 to 10 centimeters away from your mouth. Too far away and Echo will struggle to hear you properly. Too close and the sound can become too loud and distorted, which again can affect the accuracy. So make sure there is a distance of around 5 to 10 centimeters for the best results. The microphone should be held nearly vertically and your voice should be going over the top of the microphone. The final thing to consider is your environment. Any background noise can affect Echo. It doesn't need to be a perfectly silent environment, but a quieter area will tend to lead to better results. Always be aware of background noise such as other voices, radios, and desk fans, which can affect how clearly Echo can hear you. Using Echo is very straightforward. First, click the cursor into the field within the program where you want the text to appear. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will be using a Word document, but this could be an email, a browser, a record system, or any other program where you would normally be typing text. Then, when you are ready, hold down the record button on your microphone handset. When you do this, the center of Echo will turn into some red animated lines to show that it is now listening to you. Always wait until those red lines have appeared before you start speaking. You are then able to dictate the text that you want Echo to transcribe and then release the record button on the microphone when you are done. All of your punctuation can be said as part of your dictation, and you will get the best results if you speak to Echo in fluent, full sentences. This is a test dictation, full stop. I am speaking in my normal voice and the text is being transcribed, full stop, new paragraph. As you can see, comma, writing text with your voice is very simple, full stop. All punctuation can be said as part of the dictation, full stop. As you may have noticed, when you are speaking to Echo, the text doesn't appear immediately. This is because Echo waits until it is confident that you have finished that section before it makes its decisions and inserts the transcribed text. When you are using Echo, don't ever wait for it to catch up with you or worry about it being slow or delayed. It is listening to you and transcribing everything that you are saying. It's just waiting until you have moved on and then it will insert the text. It will also insert any outstanding text when you release the microphone record button. If you need to make any corrections or changes to the text once it's been inserted, simply use your mouse and keyboard to do this manually. You can then carry on recording more dictation if you wish. You can just do 1 or 2 sentences at a time or entire paragraphs, whichever you prefer. To then use Echo in a different program, simply go to that program, click the mouse into a text field there, and then hold down record and start speaking again. There are also voice commands that you can use with Echo to carry out actions on your computer. A full list of these can be found on our support center or by saying, "What can I say?" when you have Echo's microphone switched on. When you use a command, there does need to be a short pause before and after in order for it to be recognized correctly. The best practice is to say these as their own individual dictation. By saying, "What can I say?" to Echo, you can bring up a list of all the commands available to you. In this window, they are divided into 4 lists. There are global commands, which will work in all programs. These include common key presses such as press enter and press delete. The default commands will also work in all programs. These include some other actions, and this will also list any custom commands that you have created as well. There are also lists at the bottom for commands that work specifically within the EMIS Web and System 1 clinical systems. Press enter. Press delete. Press tab. Go to the bottom. Undo. Show the desktop. In addition to Echo's built-in commands, you do also have the ability to create your own custom commands. These can be used for key presses, as we have seen, but also for inserting blocks of commonly used text, such as parts of letters, emails, or signatures. To do this, log back into admin.lexicon.com, and on your user page there will be a button underneath your personal information saying Echo Commands. This will bring up the command creation window. First, we need to decide the type of command you're going to create. In the top left, it will say Defaults. Default commands will be usable in all programs, but you can also create keystroke commands just for use in EMIS Web or System 1 if you wish. To create a command, click on the green plus button on the right-hand side. You'll then see several options. The actions on the left allow you to save or cancel creating the command. The type of command can be selected as either keyboard shortcut for key presses or text snippet for inserting pieces of text. The description is simply to allow you to know what the command is about. This will appear in the What Can I Say menu within Echo. The spoken phrase is the phrase or word that you want to say to Echo in order to activate the command. Similar to how we saw you can say press enter, for example. We're going to create a simple text snippet command. Click Edit Snippet and then insert the text that you want to appear when this command is used. You can type into this box, you can dictate with Echo, or you can paste the text from another location. The text can just be a few words, or it can be multiple sentences. The text can be formatted on multiple lines, as you can see. This can be very useful for addresses or signatures. There is a limit of 1,000 characters per text snippet command. When you are done, click Save. To save the command itself, you need to click on the tick under Actions on the left-hand side, and finally the green Save button underneath. If you wish, you can go back and edit or delete your commands by using the buttons under Actions. Before you can start using your new command, you have to update Echo. This can be done very quickly and simply by turning on the microphone in Echo and saying Update Commands. Echo will also update its command list when it is launched. Keystroke commands can be created in a similar way. First, choose whether you want this to be a default command for all programs, or choose whether you want it to be available in EMIS or just in System 1. Fill in the description for your reference in the What Can I Say menu, and the spoken phrase that you want to say to activate the commands. Then click the Edit Shortcuts button. We then need to insert the key presses that we want Echo to emulate when we activate this command. Click on Add Row. Each row in this window is a separate part of the sequence of key presses. By clicking on Add, we can press the first key that we want Echo to activate. If you press the Add button again, it will add another key next to it. In this example, it will press Ctrl and V at the same time because they are on the same row. If we add another row underneath and another key press, it will execute that action afterwards. So in this example, it would press Ctrl and V together, and then it would press the Enter key afterwards. You can use the Remove buttons to delete rows or individual keys. When you are done, click on the Save button in the lower right. When you are finished, click on the tick under the Actions column to save the command, and click the green Save button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. If you wish to go back and edit or delete these commands at any time, simply use the controls under the Actions column. Before you can use any of these newly created custom commands, the list in Echo needs to be updated. To do this, simply switch on the microphone in Echo and say Update Commands. The command list will also update the next time that Echo is launched. Update Commands. If you have the LED and audio feedback turned on in your settings, you'll receive confirmation of this. To then use a command, simply click into the program where you want it to be used and then say the spoken phrase. If it was a text snippet command, Echo will insert the text. If it was a key press command, Echo will execute those key presses that you put in. Remember, if you create a command for use only in System 1 or EMIS, it will only work in those specific programs, and you must be clicked into the program for Echo to be able to action the command. Test command. Paste that. As we can see, Echo has carried out the action of pressing the Ctrl and V keys together as the shortcut for pasting text. In this way, you can build up a library of your own personal commands for inserting regularly used pieces of text and also for carrying out common actions that aren't already in Echo's list of built-in commands. Remember, you can see the list of commands available in Echo at any time by simply saying, "What can I say?" And before you can use any custom commands you've created, you must say update commands to ensure that Echo has those newly created commands in its database. In the normal record mode, activated when holding down the record button on the microphone or pressing the plus key on the number pad, Echo will recognize both text and commands. If you wish, it is possible to put Echo into a mode where it can only recognize commands. This prevents it accidentally writing anything as text. This can be done if you have one of the Olympus RM4010P microphones. If you hold down the I button above the record button, Echo will go into record mode but can only respond to commands. It will not transcribe any text that you say when it's in this mode. Use of this mode is optional, and you can just use the normal record mode for executing commands as well. In addition to individual users creating commands, it's also possible for commands to be created for your entire team. This will make them accessible to all users in your team, saving them from having to add the commands individually themselves. To be able to do this, you must either be the team owner or have team admin privileges in your Echo team. Log into admin.lexicom.com and click on the Team Admin button in the top right. This then shows your Team Admin page. Under Team Services, next to Lexicom Echo, click on the gear icon and then Echo Commands. This will take you through to a command creation page, but this time for team commands. Commands are created here in exactly the same way as we saw with the keystroke and text snippet commands for individuals earlier. Again, once commands have been created and saved, users will have to say update commands for them to be available for them to use in Echo. This can be useful if you have certain pieces of text or shortcuts that you want all your users to have without them having to all go and add the commands individually one by one. This final section of the training will look at how Echo and Lexicon 3 can work together and independently. If you don't have Lexicon 3 digital dictation, you may wish to skip this section and move to the end. Lexicon 3 and Echo have been designed so that only one of them will be active at any time. This is because they both use the same microphone and both respond to the record button on that microphone. This is to prevent any unwanted recordings or transcriptions taking place. Otherwise, both programs would start listening to you when you press the record button. At the moment, with both programs open, only Echo is active. Lexicon is greyed out and inactive. If you were to now press the record button on the microphone, only Echo would respond, allowing you to use it for transcribing text into programs without worrying that Lexicon is going to be recording audio that you don't want. You can also switch between the two programs easily. This can be done by pressing the F1 button on your microphone handset. When you press F1 on the microphone handset, Echo is then deactivated and Lexicon is reactivated. You can tell that Echo is inactive by the red circle with the cross. Now only Lexicon is responding to the microphone button and Echo is inactive. You can therefore do normal dictations without worrying about Echo transcribing any text that you don't want. To change back to just using Echo, simply press the F1 button on the microphone handset again. Lexicon will be deactivated and Echo will be reactivated. You can press the F1 button to toggle between the two programs whenever you wish, without having to close them down and reopen them. There is, however, also a way to use Lexicon and Echo at the same time. This can allow you to send dictations in Lexicon with the text already transcribed. This means that the type users will receive the dictation and still have the audio as normal, but will also have the text written out by Echo, which they can then easily copy and amend as necessary. First, have only Echo active. You can switch to this by pressing the F1 button on the microphone handset. When Echo is active, you then receive a small box in the top right corner of your screen saying that Echo Live is now in control. If you click the Return to Client button, Lexicon will reactivate, but Echo will also stay active. Now you can see that both Echo and Lexicon are active and both will respond when you hold the record button on your microphone. To do these dictations, first set up the details within Lexicon as you normally would, and then click the mouse into the Notes box underneath. Then simply hold the record button on the microphone and say your dictation. As you do, Lexicon will be recording the audio, but Echo will transcribe the text into the notes box. As you are using Echo, it's advisable to also say all of your punctuation as you go along. Once your dictation is complete, you can then edit the text and the audio if you wish before sending the dictation as you normally would. It may be advisable to say at the start of the dictation that you are using Echo to make sure that your type users are aware so that they can look in the notes to find the transcribed text. The dictation will go through to your typing pool as it normally does, and your type users can open it. It will load the audio on their toolbar as normal. They do not need Echo in order to then see the transcribed text. To access the transcribed text, the type user needs to click the Dictation Details, the magnifying glass icon, on the toolbar. Then go to the Dictation Notes tab, and the text that was written into the notes when the dictation was created will be there. This can then be copied and pasted into a template or any other program, and then edited as necessary. They should still listen through to the dictation to ensure that the transcription is accurate. That concludes this training session on Lexicon Echo speech recognition. In this session, we have covered how to transcribe text into programs, how to use voice commands, and also how to use Echo alongside the Lexicon 3 digital dictation platform. For further information and a complete listing of the commands available, please see the Lexicon Support Center. If you require any further assistance or technical help, please contact our help desk. Their contact details can be found at the Support Center. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your Echo experience.